because I just looked over in chat. I'm gonna go live.
Go for it.
Hey, Solomon, I see you. I love you. Thank you for the bits. I'm sorry I didn't see this a second ago. I did not hear my notification go off. Also, you looking good. You did drop that. I didn't even realize that you dropped 50 pounds in the past couple months. I saw your TikTok today, and you're looking fucking good. You know, you're rocking that dad bod right now, man. So props to you. You're looking good.
That's a mood. See, I am not gonna even try and like double watch the stream to make sure things are going, because there's such a delay that I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah, the delay is pretty rough. So I've got everything going up right here. If something happens, I'll just be like, hey, oh, never mind. We've lost Ryan. He's back.
He's back. Yeah. So, since we're live, hi guys! Welcome to tonight's episode of The Endless Ocean. In case you missed it, last week I apparently just needed to be like, look, I'm rocking that dad bod too. It looks better in scrubs, because in scrubs my scrubs apparently cling to my form. Except for my pants. They fall off my ass. I'm like, fuck, I've put on 10 pounds since I've been up here, and I can't keep my scrubs on my body.
I have to tell you, it's really hard for me to be good, because my immediate thought was I wouldn't let go of that ass.
You're welcome. But so, yeah, guys. Just wanted to remind everybody, we're doing Endless Ocean. It's if you haven't caught Endless Ocean before, it's a shit show in the best and worst of ways. Just so the audience is aware, I wanted to talk about this with my group before stream, but we got distracted on talking about Mountain Dew flavors.
Mountain Dew's disgusting, and I will die on this hill.
And you
Mountain Dew flavors and bullying me for being short, even though I'm not short. Thank you.
No, the shortest here is absolutely Kayla. Like, when I can put Kayla up on a shelf, and the only reason she doesn't make it up there is because of the fact that she's panicking because, oh my god, it's so high up here. We were 3 feet off the ground.
No. I panicked because I don't like being picked up. I'm already short enough as it is. You just took me from my comfortable height of 5'3" and lifted me off the ground where I can no longer feel the safety of concrete or dirt underneath my little tootsies.
Hold up. You need to finish the rest of that story, because the whole I picked you up is because you were trying to climb on a shelf, and I was like, hang on, and all I did was put my freaking hands under your feet and just push, and you panicked.
I don't like.
To be fair, I feel like a lot of people would panic at that, because it's a sudden change in balance.
It wasn't sudden. It was very slow. I was patient, just like trying to calmly help her up there, because she was like, I'm gonna try and get up there. I think I can fit on that shelf. And I went to go, okay, let's do this. And she's like, okay. And then like we got 2 feet off the ground. She's like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I had gotten up another foot in that time, and she's like, put me down.
But, okay, I can tell the stories forever. We need to keep going before I get sidetracked again.
Yes, we do. But yeah, so as I wanted to mention, Endless Ocean is probably just going to be a mini series. There are already 4 episodes up. Today marks episode 5, and it's probably not going to be more than maybe 10 episodes, maybe 11 episodes. It'll be on par with like my not even Zenarian Archipelago, because that was 24 episodes, including the Wedding of Pam. The Wedding of Pam is hands down my greatest achievement.
And
I ran a wedding, and it went well. It was entertaining as fuck.
And I didn't do jack shit that entire episode.
You didn't have a single role.
I didn't.
It was almost purely a fucking roleplay episode. It was the finale, and the whole fun of it was that I was just running a fucking wedding for the 2 brides to be, and a disgruntled ex came and fucking ruined the wedding. Not even a disgruntled ex, a disgruntled ex's stalker. She was just pissy because this is who this psychopath of a SA individual was more interested in, so she fucking went to ruin the wedding, and you guys put her in her fucking place as she deserved.
Beautiful wedding.
But yeah, so it'll probably be 10 to 11 episodes, not crazy long. And I mean like 10 to 11 max. It could end earlier with how quickly we've been speed running this, and I want my players to know that because of how quickly things are gonna go, you're not alone. Last Endless Ocean campaign, for anybody who caught it over on Andy's channel, knows that they accidentally opened a hole in the fucking Endless Ocean, a rift in space for the void to tear through. They weren't the only group to do so, and you guys aren't the only one being given this offer. Because the offer given to you last session was, work for me. Help me tear down the Endless Ocean. And I won't destroy you before your world is supposed to end. A pretty, like, reasonable offer from a villain who straight up murked a dude in front of you. And not only that, a villain who straight up stole divinity from the dude he murked. So pretty reasonable offer. But
Still kind of a dick.
Still kind of does not put justice on Abel. This man's been through some shit. He's a fucking asshole. He is a raging asshole now.
Okay, there's shit comes out of assholes. Abel is the whole ass.
You're not wrong. He's the juicy cheeks and everything.
I'd clap those
He's
cheeks.
nice to look at.
It twerks too much.
Listen, he twerks hard. He's never hardly twerking.
Make a dead ass clap.
That's it. I'm done. That's the whole show, guys. That's the first part. I quit. No, but I guess quick recap, you guys. Actually, before we do recap, because I keep getting distracted, guys, we have a sponsor. Make sure to check out our lovely links. They are posted on the side of the channel with Nightbot. If you put ! code, also big 6-3 energy is that's some shit. I feel that. But yeah, code is on the side. ! Code gives you our W sponsor code. You get 10% off your order. Someone recently did an order, and I just want to point out, whoever did that, Kayla, if that was you, you know how I feel. But whoever did that, I love you. And yeah, you have my eternal adoration. Because eventually I will get that $4.68.
I will be honest, I did place a W order, but my dumbass did not use the code because I forgot about it.
Kayla.
Listen. I'm pretty for a reason.
That makes so much sense, though. You know why? Because at one point it was at 2 referrals and then dropped down to 1.
Really?
Yeah, meaning you checked it out through the code and then you reopened it later without it.
That would be my dumbass.
But yeah, so whoever successfully ordered their W through our code, thank you so much. It helps the show. It helps eventually me be able to put this as like my full-time shit. Like I am actively working towards making this my full-time job where I can afford housing and all that shit, minimize the amount of time that I'm away from my house because I'm a hermit. And even though I live in a place that looks like it's plastered with like layers of just paper. I like being home more than I like being out. Everybody knows I'm a hermit. Look at me. I'm almost as pasty as Kayla, and she's using makeup to make herself look less pasty.
Which is true. I am wearing makeup tonight. Foundation.
It shows. Yeah, it shows. It shows. You aren't luminescent tonight.
My hand is whiter than my face.
It's true. Your hand is about as white as my face right now. But so yeah, thank you for checking out the sponsor code, whoever did. For everybody else, 10% off your order. We get 10% of what you get. Basically, ours is what you get 10% off is the 10% we get, essentially. So it helps the show. It helps make it so that we can make this more of a full-time thing. I'm trying to put on more episodes, but with scheduling right now, that's a little difficult. We're trying to get stuff rolling. Also, we also have to work on having more than just the 4 of us running multiple sessions a week, because that's exhausting for everybody. You guys having to look at our faces, specifically mine. Have you seen it? But no, I could feel the immediate rage from Andy as I said that. But no, so yeah, if you want to help the show, help it so we can put out more content for you guys and be able to eventually make this a full-time thing, please be sure to check out the code. I will eventually be putting up all my codes on my thing. I'm still trying to get like the first stages on Twitch. I have less than 50 followers, so I'm working on that. If you guys want to watch me fucking play bad video games, and when I say play bad video games, I mean get my ass kicked at Elden Ring, play South Park, which we all know is a train wreck of a political nature, or watch me play ancient games that nobody cares about, like State of Decay 2 or Planescape Torment. I straight up, for you guys too, I told one of my coworkers to watch my Planescape Torment streams, and I was like, listen, I'll run it so that way you don't have to play it. But if you can play Planescape Torment, you can sit through anything I, as a DM, throw at you. Because I modeled my entire DM persona off of how fucking close to the weirdness of Planescape Torment can I make shit. You all have a fucking ship from Final Fantasy 12 Revenant Wings with giant laser cannons on it. The ship in Revenant Wings does not have weapons. It's just a fucking like big ship with a city in it. Or it's not even a city, it's like a bazaar, but yeah. So again, that's how I described my fucking DM style is play Planescape Torment. If you can handle that, you can handle me as a DM. It does not guarantee I can handle you as a player, as I have had to unfortunately learn with my chaotic DM style. It brings out the gremlins. Or the brats. And sometimes the brats just, they forget that it's a power exchange. If you are agreeing to bratting in my setup, you're agreeing to the punishments that come with it. You don't like it, use your safe word in GTFOH.
What are we safe wording? What are
That's
we?
all I'm saying.
What are we bratting about?
Oh, just commenting on past players. I in my early years I had some really bad ones.
Oh, okay.
I had one guy who straight up was just the absolute worst, and he would argue every single thing that happened in the game, whether it happened to him or someone else. Ramil has seen this player as well. In fact, Ramil was one of the people that introduced me to this player. And this guy straight up would be like suicidal meltdown over rolling low. Not ones, low. like, I should just go fucking kill myself. I can't do anything because he rolled a 9.
That's not even a bad. That's not even a bad roll.
It's not. That's like, okay, you probably don't succeed, but it's not like you go roll a nat 1 and you get a flop in your face event. So, there is that. What else was I going to say? There was something I was going to say. Oh, yeah. Guys, you should check out today's fun fact.
It's a good one.
Also, if you want to check out the rest of our content beyond the stream, be sure to press !TT. That's our TikToks. Literally the TikToks for everybody on the stream right now.
Yep.
So you wanna be sure to check that out because sometimes we post shit. Even less sometimes. No, that's not true. You guys post some entertaining shit. I just talk.
I make TikToks at work and in my car.
Ma'am, that is not true. You inspired the appearance that is Harafel.
She needed some love.
She did need love, and that's part of the reason that she got a happy ending.
Harafel
Is
needed
because
some
you
love.
inspired it.
I just post thirst traps and shit posts.
Listen. This whole group is just one big shit post.
That's true.
It's a mood. But so without further ado, guys, if you want the codes, they're all right here. Check it out. It's good shit. We got good shit. But left off 2 weeks ago. The party had begun their travels to Deep Willow Plantation to try and learn. Fuck you, camera. Stop blurring. Everybody, I have to like focus it, and I really need to buy a new.
Guys, my baby stinks.
Yeah, babies do that.
He stinks.
They
He stinks.
smell.
He's a stinker.
Look at little drooly man.
He's drenched.
So, you all made your way to, or started your trip to Deep Willow Plantation. About a week into your travels, you were attacked by a fucking elder brain dragon whose lair you had apparently crossed past. And after the fight and clearing out tadpoles that had been pumped into your ship, you had a run-in with Abel. You had a run-in with the Voice of the Void, who offered you a bargain. Work for me, and I will make sure that you live till the end of your lifespan, till the true end of your world, when it was supposed to die. Or make an enemy out of me and still have to deal with the Weave Walker at your back, because regardless of whether you ally with me or not, the Weave Walker doesn't give a shit about you. Additionally, there was some side conversation, including the longest death-rattling fart in existence. Side conversation regarding, a Lich Lord that is technically sealed to a ring that, well, it may not be in possession anymore. And we're gonna pick up right at that spot, because Abel has just stepped away, and yeah. Here's how we handle that. Hey Ryan.
Yes.
As Abel steps away, your ring starts to glow for a second, almost as if your lovely warlock patron is going to speak to you, or your potential patron. And you feel your hand get much heavier, almost instantly, as the ring disappears, as a pocket dimension opens in the palm of your hand, devouring the ring and replacing it with like this fucking amazing looking great sword. Or longsword, sorry, it's a longsword. I need to get my fucking canonical weapons right. It can be a great sword if you want. You're a fucking barbarian. Who am I to tell you it's not a great sword? It morphs to the master. All my weapons do. I'm like, yeah, it's a thing. So this massive sword fucking appears in your hand. And I really need to look this part up to remember what it does, because I don't remember if it's sentient or not. There it is. What's funny is if I pull up 5e tools, it's the last thing I looked up, apparently.
I'm gonna say if it is sentient, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna think of bow staff for lightning.
Hola!
And what's funny is
This is my best friend, bow staff.
That is
you
my
know what's even funnier about that? Just like bow staff, it doesn't speak to you. It just transmits emotions. So you literally have this radiant sword in your hand, and you feel almost someone else's feeling of just relief and then mild horror. The thought of being in your hands.
Oh no!
You know this. You know because it's sentient. You know exactly what it's feeling.
No field tread, my friend. Go get some ale, you'll feel better.
There is a feeling of confusion and then what the fuck that washes over your being.
I'll take that as a yes. You guys later, we'll head for the bar.
There's a feeling of mild disgust.
The ale's not that bad.
There's a feeling of
Who
holy
the fuck?
fuck.
Who the fuck is he talking to? I am still trying to process Abel leaving. He's fucking got a sword now, and now he's fucking off to the bar. What the fuck is going on?
Well, all I can say is that I'm as confused as you are, crewmate.
Right. Okay.
Should I continue the voyage to Deep Willow, or should we just stop while we're ahead?
For now, let's stop. I feel like we need to discuss. Discussions need to be had. There's obviously something on the table, either way we look at it. Whether or not we're going to like the taste of the feast, is up for debate.
You watch as the air outside the ship stops rushing past. Because you have inertial stabilizers, there's nothing to worry about. You don't have to worry about. Oh, God, you did something.
Right.
Yeah, you are stopped somewhere in the airspace directly over. And you know what? I should look at my map for this. This might be helpful. Where did I put that map? On the map. On the map. Why am I singing Dora?
It's a bow staff.
That is my crowning achievement, and nobody can convince me otherwise, by the way.
The bow staff?
The Hola! My name's Dora!
Oh, yeah.
And this is my best friend, Bow Staff.
Did you say bow staff? Oh, God. Listen, if you have not seen that, you need to watch that one. It's good.
was my
I
crowning
rewatch
achievement.
it a lot of times just for shit.
Yeah, seriously, sometimes just rewatch it just for the shits and giggles. Where is this map? I had it fucking loaded on my computer. There it is. Okay, so yeah, you're somewhere in the airspace directly over Luska Village right now.
I feel like stopping here maybe isn't a great idea. Like not exactly here.
Oh shit! Right. Yes.
If you're worried about someone spotting us, I can camouflage the ship. We have a cloaking system.
Yeah, that.
More worried about the what the fuck was it called? I don't remember things.
The elder
The
brain.
Elder Brain.
Yeah, that.
Will it spot us if we're cloaked?
I mean, a telepath doesn't need to see you to poke into your brain.
Exactly.
Let's.
She goes to flip the cloaking system, and you watch as there's a moment where, even from what you're viewing, the metal framework of the deck goes invisible for a moment, and then you realize that it's just like vanishing the top side. The rest of you is now like interior. You can see the ship is fine. It's still there. You're not going to fall out of the sky.
But the question remains, are we cloaked telepathically as well?
Let me answer your question with a question. Who dares intrude upon my space?
Yeah, can we travel at just like a normal speed and just keep going?
We need to get the hell out of Dodge right now.
Do not move.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Who are you?
Just some travelers. Just trying to go through, not trying to do nothing.
So the fact that you killed one of my elder brain dragons, that's nothing?
But he came at us first.
Yeah, to be fair, he did start it.
You are within my terrain.
We didn't know it was your terrain.
We're new and we're stupid.
Precisely.
You feel like a probing in your mind. Yes, I can see that.
I don't like that.
You are new and, in some cases, quite stupid. You still have yet to answer my question. Why are you here?
We're just passing through.
To where and for what purpose?
Well, we were headed to Deepwell. We're debating on changing course. We haven't quite gotten that far yet.
Deep Willow is a waste of time.
Yuck.
A waste of resources and energy.
Yeah, kinda catching that vibe from a couple of sources.
And your vessel. Come to the catacombs beneath Luska.
I'm gonna pass. Catacombs, not my vibe right now.
What's in it? What's in it for us?
Information.
I'm kind of content being stupid.
That is very clear.
Ignorance is bliss.
Exactly.
Ignorance may be bliss, but it can also be deadly. After all, what the voice offers could be both your salvation and your demise.
I think we should do it.
I
I
mean, kind of same.
Listen. Listen.
I'm listening.
We get information. Hold on. Can I put you on hold?
I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry.
That was so bad. I hate that so much.
Continue.
I said let's do it. It's just us three. Arvius, I don't know if you can hear this. We're dragging your ass with us.
Right there.
He needn't move from his location. You all can hear me, and each other through me.
Oh,
That makes
that's
things
kinky.
easier.
I don't know what you find kinky about a giant brain of tentacles in a brine pool, but I welcome it.
I've seen enough hentai. Thank you.
As have I from all the denizens that end up here.
Hold on.
It just takes
It's hentai.
it just takes a little bit of curiosity. That's all it does.
And Urbius, your brain is filled with tentacle porn.
Ugh. It's not supposed to go there.
Listen. There's consent.
There's a lot of creative
like
uses for
that
things.
piece.
Thank you.
All right, I say we do it.
Well, the other voice was a pain in my ass. Now this one is.
Oh, you're free to go if you wish, but just know that I can at least give you information on your travels. All I ask is an audience. If it makes you more comfortable, I can send an embodiment of myself rather than myself.
So he's a voyeur.
Listen, Linda.
I don't know why you keep calling me Linda.
Listen, there's a problem. It's what the children call the memes. But if you are that deeply mortified by the concept of coming down to my catacombs, land outside the village. I will send one envoy. One.
All right. That seems like a good deal.
Just know that should you refuse my offer and pass through my space without stepping in, the next time you come through, I will not be so cordial.
Yeah. Okay. We'll come down for some tea. Maybe. I think. I gotta discuss with the others, but
Real.
Pam, Arvius, what do you think?
Us-
Land outside of Luska?
Let's do it.
I'll be sending one of my arcanists outside of the city. You will know them on site.
Okay. But, like, everybody who is on the vessel will be safe, right?
No one is going aboard your ship.
Okay. Okay, we'll be down in a little while.
Consider this a mandatory parlay.
Alright,
If
fair.
you choose to bring a gift with you, our greetings may be much more cordial.
Oh.
Fair enough. We'll be
Hey,
down in a little
What
while.
do you get a fucking elder brain? Huh? What kind of gift?
Well, while I am prone to thralls are helpful. You could bring me a hapless individual that you perhaps do not care for necessarily. Send them my way.
Christopher Quacken.
Listen, you all fucking love Christopher Quacken and you know it.
Listen, I never said I liked him.
You do.
We can't just give him Christopher Quacken.
Says who?
I don't think even I would want this individual based on your memories of him. He seems like a schmuck.
We'll discuss this later.
If you do not wish to bring me a thrall, food and supplies for the villagers is plenty. Thralls must still eat, must drink to survive.
That we can do. That we can do. That is actually
Absolutely.
much easier done.
And that shall be your gift, and I shall have my Arcanist topside momentarily. And you feel the connection pull back.
Well, that was unnerving.
What was?
It,
You said my
don't,
name.
don't worry. Nope. Nope.
Arvius, would you like to go on a field trip?
Yes, I would. I heard everything.
We're going on a
I
field.
have 2 questions. We switched to tea for ale, and I want to know what baka is.
We'll tell you when you're older there, bud.
Oh, come on.
He's the oldest of the group. Literally.
Older doesn't necessarily mean physically older.
You didn't say maturity, you just said when you're older.
True.
Emotional maturity is a different story.
I'm aware, but I'll tell you when you're more mature doesn't have the same ring to it, now does it?
Well, while we try to get Arvius to understand what's going on, Gossamer, could you bring us down to Luska, please?
Already on it, captains. You watch as the ship just almost plummets, but you know because of the way the ship works that it's not just falling out of the sky. And in a matter of minutes, you are landed about 300 yards outside of a very small village with what looks to be kind of an orchard setup. However, you notice there is a number of cloaked individuals that stand taller than most of the people here. And one of them does start to make their way outside of the village. It's about 50 yards shy of your ship.
Do we need to gather the food and supplies ourselves, or will there be a nice little basket just ready for us?
Are you trying to reach out to the Elder Brain?
No, like, I legitimately mean, like, we're bringing supplies to the village, like food and stuff, for the hut, for the thrall. Do we need to gather the food ourselves, or...
has it been put together for us already?
It hasn't necessarily been put together, but you know that it could be easily offloaded. Especially considering the ship just self-replicates food, so... yeah.
We could put Zelda in charge of helping offload supplies for Luska.
So,
I feel like that's not the greatest choice.
You're
mean
you're
Zelda,
you're,
the 2-foot-tall
you're right.
kobold.
You're right. You're right. Christopher
I feel
Quacken.
like- I
Christopher
feel like-
Quacken.
We can have him help, yes. Still maybe not the best choice, but a better choice.
And Ordek. Ordek can help too. Does that make
Or
people feel better?
perhaps we could send the entire scrapper crew.
We could send the entire scrapper crew.
That would be the smarter decision, yes.
You feel another probe in your mind, a different one, and there's initially no comment, and then there is a... I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak with you telepathically to get consent to speak with you telepathically. Do I have your permission to speak with you in this way?
Yes.
Not my favorite. Not my favorite, but
Yeah,
I'll do it.
Yes, you do. It's listen, it'll work.
Of course. I am waiting outside your vessel, prepared for whatever supplies you may have brought. Welcome to Leska.
Thank you. We'll be out shortly, and we'll have somebody help offload some supplies.
Of course. I will wait patiently.
Are you talking? Are you talking?
The voice just waits patiently for you to make your way off the ship.
Great. So
We'll pass the information on to Quacken and his crew to help offload food and shit, and then we'll be on our way.
A little bit for them, because Christopher Quacken's not big on the idea of, dealing with mind flayers. But,
Keep them happy, and you can keep your body. How about that?
Listen, I'm just saying, I don't want to deal with this. This sounds like a terrible fucking plan.
You're right.
you don't have to deal with him. You don't have to deal with him. You just have to bring stuff off the ship.
Yeah, but all it takes is one, and then they get their slimy tentacles all over you.
Yeah, okay, but this one seems pretty respectful. Like he asked us for consent. Well, technically he didn't ask for consent before he probed our minds, but he didn't know how to ask for consent prior. But after he had already done it, he kind of apologized and asked for consent to, but, you know?
Yeah, you guys have fun with your mind probing. Boys, put this shit down! Listen, you had fun with your mind probing, but I'm not part of it. And Donnie, the big, swan Fallon, just goes, I've got it all together. Let's do this.
You don't even have to do anything besides get it to the dock.
Fine, I can take it to the village. That's not a problem. And he's got there's a cart, and because it's part of the ship, it's like a hover cart. So he's just, I'm ready for this. Let's.
All right.
I mean,
Thank you, Donnie.
Thanks, Donnie. You're my favorite.
Oh, you're just saying that.
No, I really mean it. You're my favorite.
Well, let's go. I mean, we're helping people, so let's go do this. So he kind of pushes the cart out of the back of the ship, which the way the ship is angled right now, the live ship is closer to the village, just because it would have been a bitch otherwise to go the entire length of the fucking village, or the entire length of the ship, which you guys know is fucking massive. Like, it's an entire district-sized ship. But, yeah. You guys make your way out, and you do spot there is a cloaked individual 50 yards away from the entrance to the live ship that just raises a hand, puts the hand back down. Do I have permission to speak to your other individual as well?
That is up to him. Cambria, I want to call out to Donnie. Donnie, he wants to know if he can talk to you in your mind.
Sure, there's not much up there.
I love Donnie.
Oh,
Like, I've had a simple life. I don't have to worry about any invasive secrets or anything. I know how mind flayers work. I'm not dumb, I'm just sad.
Oh, Donnie, no.
I love him.
Donnie.
Depression is a bitch. You know, sometimes it just creeps in worse than any mind flayer tadpole could.
I want to hug Donnie. Like me. I want to hug Donnie. I love
Listen,
him.
I think in a parallel dimension, I just made some people cry very loudly. Like, I'm pretty sure an entire audience of 4 saw this.
Man, they sound like a bunch of bitches if they're crying over this.
Listen. You can't be rude about people's emotional states. Sometimes people are just sensitive. But yes, your mind flayer friend has permission. He's not going to find much up there.
Okay.
I love Donnie.
Thank you. I appreciate the consent. I am Essek. Essek, Assesk. Essek. The third S is silent. It's really hard to translate my name into your mortal tongue, but that's the closest you'll get in common. Polith is not an easy language.
Right. I'm Pima.
Huh?
Then Cambria and Ervius.
And Irvian. A pleasure
This
to
is my
meet
friend, the sword.
the sword. How did you get an artifact from the 9 hells?
That's a great question.
Like, you do realize that is the sword of Zariel, correct?
Really?
I believe, and correct me if I am wrong, but I believe that makes you one of the rulers of the 9 hells.
Oh.
It's,
Pretty Common splash.
This kind of power.
I do believe that in owning this sword, that literally makes you basically the archdevil replacing Zariel. So, there is that.
Right. I feel like that's a lot to unpack. And it's only been like 30 minutes.
It's been less than that, and I completely understand your concern. You're walking around with an individual who somehow has a hellish artifact that was once owned by an angel. Same being. Same being.
To be fair, I did have a ring once, then it became a sword.
I feel like there's much to unpack there, and based on your memories, that is a horrifying concept. However, I do not wish to pry too deeply. So, I will take
Lead the way.
supplies. You needn't come to the village if you do not wish. For your safety, that is why I was brought out here. This was considered the neutral territory
Yeah,
for your agreement.
yeah, that's yeah.
And you feel another presence creep into your mind. The familiar cringing crawling of the elder brain. Master Aldereth. Good. You've all come. I appreciate you coming down to our lovely little village. Now, are you still planning to head to Deep Willow?
We hadn't exactly discussed it. We were considering changing course. I mean, we're still it's still an option.
An empty one, though. As the people who you would be seeking are no longer there.
So you're saying there's nothing we could possibly gain by going to Deep Willow? There's no...
So you wish to see a collection of ash, or perhaps make a deal with a fiend, a devil to be specific.
No, not today. No.
You've chosen wisely. After all, the knight errant that was stationed there for some time is no longer there, and the horizon line that docked there but weeks ago was destroyed.
That really
You
is a
don't-
shame.
Yeah. You don't happen to know where the knight errant went to, do you?
I have heard rumors. I have heard whispers of where the Void Piercer went.
Void Piercer.
The individual who was once the captain of both the Knight Errant and the Horizon Line.
Huh. I feel like he might be... Oh. Excuse me. He might be a valuable individual to seek out.
You say this, but he is long gone.
Long gone, like dead gone, or long gone, like he's halfway across the world.
His trail has gone cold.
When's the last anyone has heard of him?
The day of the destruction of the Horizon Line was the last day that Clifford Nathaniel Marcos was seen.
And there's a strong chance he's probably just dead.
Gone. Oof.
Oh, wherever the Knight Errant is where Captain Marcos is. After all, it's not that easy to destroy a modernized missile destroyer. But you're not here because of Deep Willow. You're here because of a bargain that you have been offered.
Yes. Yes, we are.
Yeah, it's either work with the Void or have two targets on our back.
If not more.
Look up in the sky, in the distance. You know where Port Malachite is, yes?
Okay.
Vaguely, yes. I'm sure Gossamer does.
Do
She
you
knows
not
everything.
see the numerous holes in the sky that all seem to be as if they are close?
Yes.
Those are where individuals like the crew of the Horizon Line and other crews have either intentionally or accidentally made a deal with the voice of the void, ripping open holes in the endless ocean. Because what the void seeks is to reveal the truth of our existence.
Here's the strong question. What is the truth of our existence?
The Weaververse, and by extension, the even smaller material planes from which you each hail, are so much smaller than you realize. The Weaververse is not a verse, it is not a universe, but a single galaxy, sealed away from the rest of the void. The void being the natural course of existence. You see, the weave seeks to shelter that which has been made a part of its galaxy. Far from the natural resources of entropy and decay. So things are created constantly, and yet never fade. Endless ocean should not exist.
And the Weaver is looking to fix this just big old blip of a paradox that's just surviving.
The Weaver is the god who oversees the weave, created by the weave. The Weave Walker destroys any who would threaten the existence of the weave. The void seeks to correct the mistakes that are all existence within the weave, by letting those worlds decay as they must. Ervius, you've seen an entire empire of undead that never decayed, ever growing. You've fought against their forces, and yet their forces were not finally destroyed until the end of the third era of your world. A full 2,500 years after your death. Such things are proof that the weave does not hold the best wishes of existence, but is rather created by a greedy entity who refuses to change, who refuses to let things grow and fade as they must. It started as protecting the things it held dear, but now it has grown to a disgust for change.
Sounds like we need to kick his ass.
You can't kick the ass of a cosmic entity.
As
Not as
you,
Arvius,
there,
he's kind
there
of
are
right.
there are a handful of ways you could.
come on, I bet I could kick his ass.
You would have to ascend to do so.
Oh,
That sounds like some culty shit.
don't lie, it kinda does. Into that shit.
Say as you wish, but the only thing that can kill a god is a god or a non-believer.
Rock and roll, buckaroo.
And by that exact statement, you are undone. Because it is a god that gives you existence. You have sought to save the endless ocean, yes?
I feel like that was kind of the goal, yeah.
Of
And let it
course.
be
It's kind of become our
nothing.
second home.
Wouldn't you rather go home?
It would be nice.
You could.
I don't know the terms of going home though.
Not offer you that answer. I'm not the one who has made this deal.
I know that you're not. I'm just voicing my thoughts.
You are right in them.
And
However,
the next time we see Abel, we can clarify that.
I
the
think
truth
the next time we see Abel, we should also be ready to possibly die.
is something you should always be ready for. Outside of this realm, death comes for us all, ever looming, because it is a part of life. Do you wish a way out of the endless ocean?
I would like to be able to see my dad again.
I would like
So
to see my kin again as well.
See it, there are two options. One option, you take the deal of the voice. Work for him to bring about the end of the endless ocean, shunted back to your realms, never remembering that this place existed, never remembering the bonds you have forged here. Or I offer an alternate bargain. Go to the coast of Deepscale. A week off of its coast, a ship of mine, a spelljammer, a nautiloid, crashed beneath the waves. There is what you need in order to give your ship dimensional travel and leave behind the endless ocean with your memories intact. At least, that's how it's always worked for the Illithid. But we do not have the same moral restraints that you do. Perhaps your memories pass, much like a dream of the Feywild, not remembering anything from before you came here. But not murderers that the voice would make you.
That does sound like a better option.
Perhaps.
But in this situation you're proposing, what do you get out of it?
Time is far past what it should be. No elder brain should exist for as long as I have. I would ask that you release me and my kin.
So you ask for your own end.
Ask for the release that I have sought since I was an Ulatharid.
I'm not
Keep in
technically comfortable. I'm not comfortable with any idea of really whether it be mass genocide or well, it's a mix of emotions. Because granted, as comfortable as I am knowing that I am speaking with an elder brain, you've not wronged us, and I don't feel right with the idea of doing that.
not feel right ending me. Freeing me and my people. Perhaps this will help you in your decision. The Elderbrain dragon that attacked your ship was a part of my enclave, yes?
Yeah.
Sorry, you want to repeat yourself?
What, do I have a dick stuck in my throat?
Okay, one that's oddly specific for you. Is damn images in my head, and along with my friends. Sent that thing after us.
No, I sent that thing to guard my territory.
But
You crossed my territory, therefore the Elderbrain dragon that attacked you was doing its job. However, if it helps you sleep better at night, ending an entire enclave, think of it as an immediate attack on your safety. My children and I have lived for far too long. Far longer than any entity should.
So you're asking us for euthanasia.
I'm asking you for genocide.
I'm on board.
Yeah?
let's do it. So you know you asked for it. You didn't say how we could.
Looking at your essence and your memories, you have the perfect weapon to do so. I've seen this ship once before I became an Elderbrain. I know the man who built it, and once served on his crew.
Wait, with Desmond?
Served with Desmond Graves before leaving Tirasil. I am the reason he escaped his captors, so to speak. If you can call his mother that.
Your freedom from an eternal life. For us to have an escape out of the endless ocean.
Indeed. Seems a fair bargain, does it not? After all, you will gain power from wiping out an entire Elder Brain enclave.
Yeah. I'd say that seems fair. I'm still a little on the fence morally, but I think I can overcome that.
If it helps you, remember that my people are often seen as evil on a cosmic scale.
I think that is a big generalization.
Do you
And I'm
want
not.
to make it easier on you?
No, don't make it easier.
You're freeing your own people from this, Pema. You know what the illicit are believed to be? A long, far future offshoot of humans from beyond the dark space, from beyond the far realms. We are your future. It's why only humans can become illithits. Fun fact, this is actually kind of true. It's one of the old lore notes. So, consider it freeing your kin from a miserable, hellish existence.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
And if you don't choose to kill us, well, in that ship, how can I stop you from just taking what you desire? After you're only adventurers. You are creatures of desire. Are we nothing but things for you to loot? Things for you to craft into new hellish armaments? I'm sure on some scale, somewhere in the verse, someone could make you a shiny new gun from my corpse.
Gonna lie, that sounds really, really cool. But still don't feel very comfortable about this.
Hentai. And just images of fucking hentai filling Urbius's brain.
God damn it! Alright, that's it. I'm going back to the ship. I'm activating the cannons and you're getting it.
Thank you.
I'm bastard. Damn. Someone better explain Baka to me after this. Also, Yowie. I don't get that.
Oh, here. Boom. Yowie.
Oh, God damn it. I didn't mean right away.
Are you?
And since no one will tell you, here's what Baka means.
Oh, God.
Boom.
Oh! Oh, that's not supposed to go there either. Oh, God, it's everywhere. Oh, God, it's everywhere. Oh, that's it. You're definitely getting it.
Ervius, I have one more for you. Monster
You
fucker.
dare.
Boom! Monster fuckers. Just all kinds of human monster
Uh,
crossover porn.
Fun fact: I
Hey,
actually
but to be
have.
fair, you don't know that's not his kink.
I actually have a monster fucker sticker on my computer.
Yep. As she
Nice.
do. I know what I was doing. Listen, kink shaming is my kink.
What if my kink is to be kink shamed?
Match made in heaven. Anyways,
Or hell.
just here, enjoy all of this, Ervius, and just shooting images in your brain.
Oh, God.
The entire collection of real world existence hentai that has ever existed is being flushed into your brain right now.
All right.
Please don't break our tiefling.
I would like you to roll an intelligence saving throw.
Is Ervius foaming at the mouth, or is he frothing? Are you all right?
Not for long.
Intelligence. That is a 12.
Hold up, I gotta pull back up what an elder brain has for a save on it.
I
Making
don't.
this up as I go. It doesn't work.
I don't think a 12 is gonna make it.
Yeah, no. Because most of its saving throws are. Oh, would you look at that? An 18. So yeah, no. Consider this a casting of. Oh God, what is the spell? There's a fucking
Wait.
spell.
Wait. Oh, even if I did that, it wouldn't help. Never mind.
I was
I
gonna
was gonna say, he'd be foaming out the mouth, and you kind of see something else going down.
Oh, no.
I was gonna say I could have easily given him a +4, but that would have only been 16.
Consider this a casting of Psychic Scream, which is a 9th level spell, by the way.
Oh.
So, Ervius, the fact that you failed, I'm not going to make you take damage for it because it's 14d6. He's intending it non-lethally, but you are currently stunned for... Oh, yeah, no. You're basically stunned until you can shrug it off.
All right.
He's not stroking off. I said stroking off.
He's not stroking off. You know what? He might be stroking off.
All right. He's currently frothing at the mouth.
And the loins, apparently.
I didn't need to hear that.
Slowly touching himself.
Well, I'm pretty sure we communally we accept this offer. Cambria, Ervius, you're incapacitated.
Yeah.
Cambria, we're on board. We're on board.
I'm on board.
We'll help you. Or end you in this case.
Jesus fuck.
Listen, ending me is my kink.
Ooh.
We will give you
Ooh.
we will give you your 9th level death kink.
For that, I thank you. 9th level Death King shirts. Get yours, guys. So, yeah, Patrick just looks at you and just... What in all that is holy are you all fucking on?
Surprisingly, nothing.
Nothing.
That is absolutely horrifying.
This is sober.
Well, can't
True.
speak for Ervius. on that.
Legs twitching right about now. Both raw.
Pema and I are both stone cold sober, though.
Aldrich, are you sure about this, my lord? Absolutely. Our time has been long awaited. We've been here in the endless ocean for nigh on 10,000 years. It is time. Well then, perhaps you should take your supplies back. Because The thralls will not need it where we're going. Okay, I'm gonna take these back now then. Yeah, that's horrifying. Bosses, I'm going back to the ship.
We'll see you back on the ship here in a little bit.
Ugh, God, that's horrifying. And just turns the cart back around and almost sprints back to the ship.
Wait. Did Donnie see all the hentai?
Fucking hentai. Listen, he said he's not a stupid man, he's just a sad man. So he survived the fucking hentai onslaught. Fucking tentacle porn.
Alright, well, this meeting has been enlightening. And also horrifying. I'm gonna look over at Ervius. I can't fix psychological damage.
I can. And Asik just holds his hand out and grabs onto Ervius's head. And Ervius, you are immediately pulled out of your stun. And you should probably get a towel.
Right. Thank you. We appreciate this.
Yes. Lady Dimitrescu. That's all I'm
Wait,
saying.
sorry. Mommy, sorry.
That's all I'm doing is Ervius just, Mommy, sorry.
Sorry.
Mommy,
Mommy,
why did I do
sorry.
that as Donnie?
I don't-
Mommy, sorry. Mommy, sorry.
He likes mommy too.
Yeah, he does. Donnie's not a top. He's just here. He's here for a good time, not a long time. So,
That's what she said.
as you guys return to the ship, you, are you beating the shit out of a mosquito, Kayla?
With a can.
Yeah, she's just abusing something.
She's in her poor chair.
I'm just sad it's not me.
Oh my.
Kayla does not have that in her, I can guarantee you that.
I know.
Does she?
She does not.
We're talking, dear.
I got a little too loud for him.
Yeah, we can see that. We saw you abusing your chair.
Well, no, I had an earwig on my chair.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's way worse. That's way worse.
Yep.
Oh, look at the dude.
Two babies. Bask in that one.
My little sleepy boy. But yeah, so as you guys make your way back to the ship from the bridge, Gossamer just says, should I destroy it now?
Take us
Yeah.
up and, yeah.
The ship up, and with the ship angled in a way that the particle cannon is aimed straight down at the village, you just watch her fire the cannon, and a beam of radiant energy incinerates the entirety of the island where Luska Village was. Hey guys, that's another 4 level ups.
So we're...
You know why? Yeah, you know why? Because that's not only an Elder Brain, but several Ulatharid, countless fucking Mind Flayers of Scion, Arcanist, and Standard variety, and all of their hundreds of thralls.
So let's put this into perspective. In the past 2 sessions, we have
You
leveled
gained
up
8 levels.
8 times.
Yes.
And if I'm
And,
not mistaken, and my math is correct, we are now 13.
Are you 13? I thought that put you at 12 because you were 4, then
Mhm.
8, now 12.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
because you started at
Yes.
level 3. Yeah, you started at level 3, got 1 level up, and then got 4 level ups, and now got another 4. So that puts you at 12.
Okay, yeah. No, my mouth was wrong then. I'm
But
just
still,
stupid.
that's ridiculous. No. Just,
I'm pretty.
I was going to say, as you said, it's
I'm
good that you're
pretty. I'm pretty.
I was gonna say this just turned into the Subway commercial. Good thing you're pretty.
Oh, that's sad because now all I'm picturing is fractured but whole and dealing with Jared.
Oh, fuck you.
Yeah, there's a whole fight against him in that game.
Yeah,
Anyway,
I know.
anyways, yeah. Now that we're past that portion, yeah, figure out what you want to do with your 4 levels. Not that they matter. This campaign's apparently gonna fast track real quick. Gossamer just looks at you all, kind of watching the waves of guilt that inevitably crash over you guys, since you have all made it very clear that you weren't okay with the idea, you were just doing it as a release. You're not killers. In fact, canonically, you haven't technically killed a single individual who either didn't deserve it or ask for it.
So, I think I'm gonna go lay down for a minute.
I think I'm gonna go take a drink.
Going to
Second
fast
that.
travel. I know the location of the ship now, and I'm going to warp us there.
All right.
And before you guys can leave the deck, the ship, and you watch as water just crashes around the ship, and you are probably a good 600-800 feet underwater, and directly in front of the bridge is the remains of a nautiloid.
Well, so much for my nap.
Who says
Much
we
for
had
the
to go
drink.
do everything right now?
You are free to your rest. I just put us in position.
It's there. Whenever we're ready, we'll go get it taken care of. I need to go take a sip or something.
I think Urvius might as well. Urvius, you should probably take a shower.
Yeah, I can. Obvious. I can't believe I'm saying this. I can smell you.
It's not necessarily the stone. It's the sticky.
It's.
Yeah.
No, it's the smell
Oh.
for me. It's the smell. It lingers.
Fine, I'll go take a shower, but I'm going. And because I want to.
And once you've cleaned up, please leave all of your belongings in your room so I can incinerate them.
Incinerate my sword.
No, I can't incinerate your sword. It's not an organic material. But I can incinerate clothing and have new stuff put into the wash area.
Alright, but nothing too fancy. I don't do fancy.
It'll be an exact replica of what you're wearing.
And I'll head for the showers. It's strolling off. Start stripping off his stuff as he's walking.
Oh, put it in your room!
You can do that for me.
No, I can't.
Arvius, we are not your parents.
Also, no one's touching your crusty goodness.
I'm just, you know what? I'm just
He
gonna
doesn't
set
hear you.
it
He's
on.
already walking there.
Don't worry about incinerating it. I'm just gonna go ahead and set it on fire where it's at, because I'm not touching it.
So I need everyone to leave the bridge so I can sanitize the entire bridge now.
I'll be at the bar.
I'll be in my room, making no noise, pretending I don't exist.
How could this happen to me?
I made my mistakes.
There's no way!
Life goes on.
That's all we can legally afford.
It's alright, because I'm fading
Nothing.
away.
Oh, now we got sued. That was what pushed it. Oh, God.
Damn, I'm sick of this life.
Could be worse. Right or wrong, we're going in the same direction.
Mean One Direction.
No, I was pulling a hooba stank and you made it sad.
That was the point.
Oh, that hurts my soul. Oh, God. That's horrifying. Anyways, yeah. So, as Irvius is showering away the slime of his good times, Kemper,
Ew.
you are down in your room, just in your room, not making a sound. Congrats, Harry Potter.
She's just
Curled up in a ball because of being, what's the term to it?
morally distraught.
No, I was gonna say, how do you put it when you are helping indirectly killing someone?
Assisted suicide.
No, I was gonna say assisted genocide, but yeah, as you basically nerfed an entire colony.
Well, I mean, all the Illithid were connected to the Elder Brain, right? Even if you killed the Elder Brain, they would have domino effect, right?
It's funny you say that, because as you were walking away from the bridge, there was not a light on the ship. So, if you killed the only Elder Brain in the Endless Ocean, I only told you the numbers for the village. Do you want me to fucking level you the rest of the way? Because you could very feasibly be level 20 right now. 10,000 years is a long time.
No.
Exactly. So yeah, domino effect, you wiped out the entire Illithid population. But I'm only giving you 4 levels for it because I felt like giving you, 12 levels for it seemed a little out there. You wiped out thousands of Illithids in one go.
Yeah, that would have been overkill.
Because you gotta remember, you just wiped out every Illithid, every thrall that every Illithid ever had that has ever been connected to that one Elder Brain in the Endless Ocean. Even if you think of they only gathered 5 people a year, that's still 50,000 between thralls and Illithids. Congrats on being some of history's greatest killers, guys.
Thanks. I get it from my mom.
Camera, you are in your room, just distraught. What you're doing distraught is up to you.
No, she's just curled up in a ball, just crying. She's just silently just sobbing.
I was gonna say I appreciate if you don't take the Irvius route and get arousal from your grief.
No, she's just like she's ugly crying straight up. Like it's that like that sobbing that just no noise comes out.
It's just
Just like silently screaming.
Yeah. Where are you going? Your mama's not here right now. But yeah. Meanwhile, down at the bar, hey Pema,
Hi.
you're currently alone, save for, Marani's there. She goes, So, you want to talk about it?
What much is there to talk about when you cause an entire genocide?
Oh, I don't think genocide's quite enough for that one, dear. Uh, you
Extinction?
basically.
Extinction is a little bit more accurate, I think.
I was gonna say you basically neutered an entire species into endangerment, but yeah, extinction works too, because you basically wiped out the entire illicit population of this world, correct?
I.
From it, that's concerning. But uh, here's the strongest stuff that we've got made. There's not much, so enjoy that bottle. You've got the extent of it right now.
Here, I'm going to take a few nips off of it.
Oh, you can have that bottle, dear. I've seen one. Donnie's already come through and told us what happened.
Yeah, kind of feel bad that Donnie got caught having to partake in all that.
The only thing Donnie had any concerns about was the massive amounts of tentacle porn that filled his brain.
Yeah, the next time you see Arvius, give him a strong nip too.
I don't think he'll be needing that from what I heard.
Is
He
you know,
might have enjoyed that a bit too much.
you know what? Just let Arvius alone for a while. Just let him stay however long he wants to take that shower.
That is genuinely the plan. I don't think anyone wanted to go in there with him. But what is the plan? Donnie told us what happened, but what are we doing?
Well, well, we're sitting with three options on the table. One, have countless targets on our back and end up dying in the end. Two, help the void, destroy the endless ocean, and
Three.
or three, we spruce this ship up and get the fuck out of here. And everybody
So
here lives.
You're saying we run like a bitch.
Well, do you want a target on your back? A target on your back? Or live to see
Or-
another day?
On our back. You're forgetting one important factor on running. You'll never let that grief go if you remember it.
You're right, but
No, you Pim. You won't let that guilt go. Neither would Ervius. Neither would Cambria. Going home seems nice, but what about everyone else here? We can't carry them all.
maybe not all, but
No,
maybe get
can
as
only-
many as we can.
200, it's not a lot. We've only got enough space for 200 people. It's a small district that this ship is the size of. It's a large ship, bigger than anything I've ever seen, but it's still just a ship. It's not a city. It's not a world. There's only so many we can save. Are you okay letting the rest of them go? I know you're dealing with a huge moral dilemma already after massacring an entire illithid species, but, you know, are you really okay with letting everyone else who we can't save suffer? Get eliminated by the weave? Or worse, get devoured by the void? At least if we go with the void's plan, And I can't believe I'm saying this because Abel is a pretentious prick, but his might be the safest option that saves everyone. Because he said everyone goes home that way, right? And leaves out their existence like they were supposed to.
Yeah. But then we'd forget everything that happened here, though.
We might forget it anyways, Pim. There's only one person I've ever met who's left the Endless Ocean and come back and remembered they ever came here. And that's because that being had the ability to create holes in the void, holes in reality, and holes in the weave. A man by the name of Arashi. It's the only one I've ever met who could remember going to the Endless Ocean. And I think part of that is because he was taken from it by the Weaver. Or rather, his brother was. Brother? Clone? Arashi's the clone. He was in line to become a god. And from what I know of, from what I knew of Welf, and from what I know of the stories of Arashi, they're good men, but he was willing to kill people in order to free himself, hurt family and friends, slaughtered innocents, all to remove divinity from himself and the Weaver. Think of it like this, Pim. Is it worth remembering the carnage we caused along the way? Or is there a chance that we're better off forgetting this purgatory? The soul remembers, even if the mind doesn't. People find their ways to each other after years apart, but are we okay causing the suffering of everyone by running? Saying that it's not a plan, and it's not necessarily a bad plan. My husband, God rest his soul, would have done it. The man I married after having been with Erdek. Erdek would definitely do it himself. But are you okay with it? You three seem to have a lot more consciousness, a lot more conscience than those of us who have been here a long time.
I honestly don't see any of the options having just an all around happy end, really.
Why don't we talk to him again? See what the offer truly is. He offered you a job and to go home, but he was vague. Why don't we find out what we're getting into? And if, for some reason, it is the best option we have, we can do it. And then we forget, we all go home. But if we find out it's a bad deal, there's enough of us here, and we can go down swinging. Because I'd rather go down swinging, knowing we tried to prevent the worst, than running away. That's why we didn't let you drop us in some village. You were gonna drop us in Alaska. Little did we all know that, well, fuck, there's an illithid population there. Was an illithid population there. It wouldn't have been a great plan either way. Or if we had gone to Malachite. Sure, Pirate King is a fucking Robin Hood, but we'd still be villains to the rest of the fucking English Ocean. I don't think there's a win-win here, Pim. I think it's just doing what our heart says is right. And if we lose along the way, then so be it. We've done what's right. Question is, what is that to you? What is that to Cambria and Ervius?
I guess there's only one way to find out, isn't there?
So, how do we get in contact with him?
I feel like we just need to... You good?
It's a boogeyman situation where we say his name 3 times and he comes out.
I feel like we just need to just put it out there in the world. I say,
You hear a
hey!
voice.
Abel!
You hear a voice behind you. You've already been doing that long enough.
Jesus fuck!
So, you want to talk, yeah? Should I talk to just you two, or do you want everyone here?
Second. Hey, Cambria? Are you... Do you still need a minute, or, do you want...
You're sobbing, you can pick up the crackling of the radio. The radio is not working fully through. You're only picking up every other word.
I can't hear you.
Do...
You guys are both just static.
Cambria's just gonna make her way to the bar because that's where Pema said she was.
Well, whether or not she shows up, we'll see. I don't even know if Ervius is still in the... Ervius!
Ervius, you're getting static.
Just
You got it wet. Hey,
Ew!
Giggity.
That was nasty.
giggity, giggity. But yeah, so no, you're picking up again, just like every other word, but it is mostly static.
I'm gonna just repeatedly say, come to bar. And hopefully he'll catch it.
You just keep getting come. The thought in the back of your brain and your sword processes
I'm gonna
the
put him
emotion
down real
of,
quick.
wow, your friend is really into making sure you come.
to be fair, I already did like. See, 1, 2, 3. What comes after 5?
Feeling of, fuck, this man is an idiot.
But that's not
That's what
very
comes-
nice.
You just get the sensation of, go to the bar.
You didn't have to tell me twice. Off the bar, and he still got his towel around his waist.
Yep. Would expect nothing less. We'll wait just a second for Kayla to get back. But yeah, as you guys are making your way towards the bar, Cambria, you bump into, not physically, a very underdressed Urbius.
Ah,
So,
Urbius. I see, you didn't have time to find your clothes.
oh, was I supposed to get dressed?
Most people would have, yeah, but you just rock this. You can make this your brand. They've got websites for this kind of thing.
So, oh,
Specifically only for friends.
Arius now has an OnlyFriends account.
Listen,
It's just saying rocking a towel every 24 hours.
what you don't know is Gossamer's been recording everything that happens on the ship. So Gossamer has been recording Cambria's Sob Fest
Oh no.
and Urbius's shower time. Like, there's a full ship security system. Every sound, every visual, except for what happens in your rooms.
Cambria was in her room, thank you.
Listen. You also sobbed very loud into the mic. You were curled in a ball. You specified that.
I
think
did.
the ship
But I
heard that.
also specified that it was a silent sob.
I want to point out, I've silent sobbed. You can still hear some gasping of air, and people are concerned.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good look.
I got yelled at. He yelled at me for putting him down if y'all didn't hear. So
No, definitely did not.
he was most definitely screaming.
I believe it. So, as the two of you make your way to the bar, you see Cambria walk in, and only dressed in a towel Urbius. And the two of you are greeted to the sight of Abel standing probably about 5-6 feet behind Pema.
Ah. Abel. Always a displeasure.
Pleasant to see you too. So, have you all thought about my bargain?
Yeah, I have a very, very strong question for you.
Aye.
I get that if we accept your offer, we'll get to go home and live out the rest of our lives the way they're meant to be lived out. But is that even like remotely true? Like, will we just pick up where we left off, or will we just basically be starting anew?
From what I've learned between, 3 different existences here in the Endless Ocean and combining my consciousness, I've learned that what this place is a temporal bubble. You're brought here at the moment of your death. Seriously, Bast? You are brought here at the moment of your death. So, you'll go back right before you died. And you'll get a chance to stop that. If you do still die again, then you go to where you were supposed to go. Whichever outer world that you were most closely aligned with.
And we won't remember anything from here.
Because this place doesn't exist. you're in a temporal limbo. You were pulled here because a cosmic entity was too greedy to let go of the dead, to allow change in existence. Think of it like multiple people telling the same story. It changes a little bit from each storyteller. The Weave and the Weaververse in whole prevent that. It is making sure every single person who tells that story tells it the exact same way. I'm trying to fix that. Because that's not a way to live.
So your goal is not necessarily a hard reset, but to kind of put pieces back where they're supposed to go.
For the two of you who are from a more modern setting, let me put it this way. We're loading an old save state. And if you do something differently, that's your choice. If you repeat the same mistakes, again, that's on you.
What about everyone else here? Does this same...
This goes for everyone.
It goes for everyone? Okay.
Higher Endless Ocean will be no more. And everyone who is ever brought here, if they still exist here, they will go back to an earlier state. Anyone who was obliterated here, they're gone. Desmond Graves, completely gone. I have ripped him out of existence. I love you. You're so weird. Honey, we're finishing in 45 minutes. I just want my drink.
You gonna let me put you back down? I'm gonna try to put you down again. I don't think it's gonna end well, but I'm gonna make an attempt.
Why are we strong?
That was an instantaneous no. It was in the face.
Happy
So-
boy.
The question is, what is your take? What do you plan to get out of this? Do you wish to go? Or do you wish to struggle against the inevitable? Either option is valid and fair.
Little toesies got caught.
My biggest issue is forgetting everything that's happened. I don't want to forget these experiences.
You would forget them the minute you leave anyways. We're not immortal creatures, or you're not immortal creatures. My essence is now tied to something greater. But you still have mortal souls. Mortal souls are fallible. forgetting is easy because it's what you do. It's what we do to get rid of all the bad. We forget the good with it.
I didn't realize this was going to be a much harder decision to make than it was. Bless you. Bless you. You good? Okay.
Still fine. I could make the choice for you and just rip you out of existence now. But a monster.
Yeah? No.
Know that this is the last time I will make this offer. Turn it down. You know what happens. You'll have two targets. Because if you turn down my offer, you are a threat to my plan. I can see you're stronger. Wiping out one of my tools did that. But if you don't take my bargain, the next time we meet, it will be the death of one or all of us.
I'm not a fan of any of the options that have been laid before us. But I'm willing to go along with it.
The rest of you?
I'm in the same boat as Pem.
Same here, but I still don't like it.
No one's like the plan, and I don't care if I'm liked. Keep it. Hang on, guys. I just have to show the best thing in existence. It's true. But
Those
as
look,
Arby's jalapeno poppers,
delicious.
the best fucking sauce that they have ever made.
The hell is it?
Bronco
berry sauce, man. That's the best sauce they make.
I hardly get to go to Arby's, so
It's if you've never had it, it's literally a jalapeno jelly. That's all it is.
oh.
And it's not like super spicy. It's got a little bit of kick, but because it simmers so long, it's kind of sweet.
Hey, while you're over here talking about your Arby's jalapeno poppers with your spicy your Bronco berry sauce, I want to do what I said I wasn't gonna do.
How many? You have a lot.
I know.
He's drawing a
You have
card.
12
Holy shit.
draws. You have 12 draws.
You know,
Do all 12.
no, that's guaranteeing the end of the campaign right here and now. And we won't
Listen,
see
we
an
already know it's going
end.
to be a short campaign.
You know what? I'm feeling crazy. Let's draw 2.
Woo! That's super crazy.
Woo! Feeling risky today.
I was just going to go off the top. All right. I'll give you an option. Since Jess is here, you can either have me draw off the top like I always do, or you can have her fan draw.
Have her fan draw. Fan draw.
2 cards.
Come on, Jess. Our lives are in your hands.
Fucked.
Those are dangerous hands.
I know, it's what makes me happy.
You never complained before.
I heard they were dangerous, not pleasurable. Or not unpleasurable, that's what I was trying to say. Listen, we know my words are not great. Sometimes I have problems with my own language. Let's see, deck of V3. Let's see what these are, see if these count, because I might have to have her draw again.
I'll take another draw as well.
Okay, why not? I'll take 2.
I just started a chain reaction. That's what this is.
Okay, so 1 card, I have to have Jess redraw the other, but Pema, you have a temple in your honor. You are worshipped.
I am a god.
Basically. So somewhere in the endless ocean, whether you destroy it or not, there is a god or a temple that you don't know about that worships you like a god.
It's because I fixed that Jeep engine, isn't it?
See. One more for Kayla, and then 1 for Andy, 1 for Ryan. Okay. Diamonds. Okay. You can trade an item for a random item of equivalent wealth, because you got the merchant. Similar to the trader card, but it's literally like you get to randomize.
Boom, boom, boom.
Or redraw, because that's a class card.
You, buddy.
Yeah. Hold on, there we go.
This one might be
Mommy,
interesting.
can I roll the dice now?
See, Noah, I've just figured out I can put things in my mouth, so I'm not allowed to touch the dice.
I love you.
Oh, God.
All right, Andy. You get a random amount equal to 1/4 of your current level. So, at level 12, that means you get a CR3 mount. I will work on that in a little bit. And, yeah. Last one for Ryan. Yeah.
Good juju.
Good juju. Is that good juju? Maybe.
There's a sack of things.
I mean,
No.
I'm gonna skip that card because that's gonna take too much time. It was the Necromancer, which means you re-roll race. It's like a reincarnate spell.
Oh.
That's a class card.
Because I was chosen a barbarian platypus.
Fallon Platypus. Evoker. Oh, I think I know what this one is. It's not great if it is. Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Bad.
Oh, yeah. No, it's not a bad one, but it's not great either. How many cards do we have in existence right now? 6?
No.
Yes.
Because Kayla just drew 2, Ryan's drawn
No,
a total of 2,
no.
Andy drew 2.
No.
So,
Oh, no.
No, I know what card this is.
It's one of 3, yes. You know it's one of 3. Yes. I gotta roll for this. In fact,
Yes.
I'll let Jess roll for how big it is. I'm not making you roll the damage. I'll roll the damage. I'll be that asshole. But I
No.
need you to roll how big it is.
No.
So roll, or actually, this is the wrong one. Just roll a d20 and we'll multiply it by 5. Oh, she's gonna use hers. Are you using the jumbo? Yeah, hang on. I wanna show this jumbo. Jess has a jumbo, guys. It's so pretty.
That's pretty.
Hang on.
But no.
Where's my other one? Like, I want you to see the size comparison.
Fuck.
So this is gonna be a 5d20, and she's just gonna roll. I'm literally gonna treat it like magic missile. She's gonna roll the d20, and we'll multiply it by 5. Okay. So, erupting from Urvius, as you are having this conversation with Abel. Before I do this, do you want any other cards, guys? This is
No.
time to do it.
No.
So, as you are talking with Abel, Urvius, erupting from your body is a 30-mile radius, 60-mile diameter wild magic zone.
Oh no!
Yep.
Yeah. And you know what's fucked about that?
Yep.
Your ship runs on magic. No, that's beautiful. I love that. Here, baby. Here's your jump up. You didn't break it.
He broke us. Goddamn.
I will be kind, and I'm gonna treat this again like magic missile. Does anyone have less than 48 hit points?
No.
Cambria?
I'm good.
Okay. You had a look on your face.
As this wild magic field erupts, you feel literally reality ripping your bodies apart, dealing force damage equal to 48 points of force damage.
4d8.
48 total. I've already rolled it. 4-8. Because it was a 12d4 and I rolled a 4. As this energy erupts, keep in mind, you just massacred everyone on the ship except for Gossamer. The life support systems of the ship shut down. And right now, you are in a bubble, basically. And I want you to know how mad at me Jess is right now. She's shaking her head at me, and I'm like, I didn't do this. I just rolled. They asked for cards. It's not me. So, you are currently trapped in the tidal hearth. And looking over to you, Urvius, Abel just see. So that's how we're gonna do this.
Oh.
He goes to open a portal. But because it's fucking wild magic zone, it still counts as a spell. So, this is where we get a wild magic surge.
Please, for the love of God, turn him into a potted plant. Turn him into a potted plant.
Oh no, we're using, you remember the ones we had before where there was 4 options? We're using the 4 option chart. So, Where is my wild magic page? Then I'd know where it is. Oh God, did I get
Oh,
rid of it?
hi Koopa. I don't
That's
know
not
if
the
you're
right-
still here. Hi, we're doing well. I have baby boy with me, and you showed up right as things went to shit.
Listen, you say we're doing well. Things are going south very quickly.
Listen, I'm lying to myself. More lying to myself because I technically initiated. I initiated the card draw. I wasn't the one that drew the card,
No, but you definitely.
but I
No, that
definitely motivated it.
that is Ryan's card draw. Let's see.
So apparently I pulled a Sarah.
So I'm indirectly responsible
Oh, that's fun.
for this.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, you're not wrong.
I am
That's still
indirectly responsible for killing the survivors.
Well, you know what? I might have some good news for you because apparently my wild magic pages, the ones I used before, the 4 different D100 pages, not there no more. So we're going with the classic. Jess, would you like to roll a D100 for that?
How is that good news? Everyone's dead!
I mean, there's not much worse they can get for that.
Don't say that.
Okay.
This is one of those moments I wish that I had a wish.
It's great. Yes.
9.
Oh, yeah, why is it not showing that one? There we go. Oh, that's just weird.
Ooh, yeah.
So I let Jess roll twice for you guys. And I let her pick the option.
The second one was 69.
Nice.
So originally it would have been a fireball centered on the location of Abel. However, instead, all of you, the 4 of you here, turn invisible. For every creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute. And
Is
all you see
Abel's
is
towel
everything.
still there?
Yeah, your towel is not a clothing option, so it's just hanging there. But as you guys all go invisible, you hear a interesting, and then the portal closes.
I am both physically hurting and confused. I don't know if that was a good thing or a bad thing. Also, what the fuck?
I gotta mark off your draws because that was a good handful for everybody. And just remember, CJ has infinite draws.
Yes, he does, but I'm trying to get him back to sleep.
I didn't say you had to spend them by asking him.
No.
Jay, infinite draws. Let's go.
No,
Chop, chop.
don't. No, listen, it's my job. And my job to corrupt this child.
You gave him aunts and uncles that are all fucking corrupted.
I know.
So there's already a whole lot of fuckery with that. But, yeah, so you guys have each spent 2 of your 12 draws. And I would like to point out that in the case of magic zones, the effects are cumulative. So even though you had a surge, you created a zone and it dealt damage, the 12d4 that it was piles onto the next one as well. Because it's every fate card active.
Yep.
was very careful in my wording when I wrote that card.
I have drawn that card before. Or was it the dead?
Sure, I've drawn 12 of them.
Was it a wild magic zone or a dead zone that I ended up drawing?
I think across the board, this party has drawn all 3 options.
That sounds pretty accurate. But that does not erase the not erase the fact that are the bodies on the ship or were they vaporized?
I'm gonna say that's a yes with that smile.
They're splatters.
Oh.
I
Like, you watched Marani become a gore stain on the wall.
No.
So Pema's just that they can't. Oh, fuck, I'm invisible. I'm just gonna walk away. I'm gonna go to my quarters.
You don't get far. The doors are all operated by magic.
No! Wait. No! Oh no.
It's become lockdown from tsunami. Oh, shit.
No. And we're 30 leagues under the water too, aren't we?
Yeah.
In a magical ship trapped in a wild magic zone.
Wild magic zone that goes far beyond the reaches of the surface. "60-mile diameter, 30-mile radius." I want you to keep in mind, skydivers only go up what's the cruising altitude for passenger planes? 13,000 feet.
Yep.
That's what, 6 miles?
Yeah, it's about 6-7 miles.
Yeah. The magic zone goes way further than that.
The magic zone is out of the stratosphere, I believe. So you know that bottle of liquor?
You mean the one you've had in your hand this whole time?
Yeah. I'm going to down that. I'm just gonna start chugging. And I'm not gonna stop until that bottle's empty.
Within just a couple of minutes, the only bottle of hard liquor on the entire ship is gone.
Oh.
This would be a very opportune moment for why is the rum gone? Well, Pema's why the rum's gone.
Yeah, I would definitely be right there. The room is going.
Why is the rum gone?
And then I'm going to aggressively throw that bottle against the wall.
Behind the bar?
No, not behind the bar.
I was gonna say, you're gonna add insult to injury
No,
for
no,
Gordon Bonnie?
no, not behind the bar.
Throw it in a random direction and it shatters on impact.
What do we do?
After about a minute, the invisibility ends.
Pervious, please tell me that you still kept your towel on during the invisibility.
Maybe. That's towel and puts it back on.
Rob? Gadget and Gizmo?
They are magical life forms, right?
Oh, they're out.
As is Gossamer. In this moment, you three and Abel were the strongest entities in range that you know of.
Well, that's one way of containing a threat.
But how do we get out of here? I am going to go find the nearest panel, tear it open, and start fucking with shit. And
You could literally rip open a floorboard and you're pulling open ship.
I'm gonna do the one thing that I'm good at. And I want to try to hotwire this fucker.
Roll me an Arcana check. Is it the first party roll of the night other than the intelligence save?
Yes.
Like,
Yes, it is.
You know, 2.5 hours into the show, guys.
Fuck me.
What'd you roll?
Do you really want to know? Do you really want to know?
I do want to know.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
it was bad. As bad as it can get.
Was it a negative?
It was not a negative, but it was a natural 1 with a modifier of +4.
One's a 1. So, in your just blind rage as you're ripping things open, trying to just figure out a way to get the ship rolling, you're doing far more damage than you are good. Like at this point, you're just pulling out wires, trying to put things together, and there's no current. You know enough about the ship to know it runs off arcane energy, and the arcane energy in the atmosphere is far more unstable than that in the ship, and it is slowly tainting the entire ship.
Cambria's just gonna go and grab her hands and be like, "You're not doing any good."
Missed the deck of fate. Just remember, you have more draws.
The draws are what got us here in the first place.
The draws can also get you out of it.
Yeah. If we get that lucky.
You might be. You've gotten an Uno reverse multiple times.
Yeah, that Uno reverse really did save us with Strahd. We didn't even get that far. No, it wasn't even
Uno
really
reverse?
Strahd. It was
It was, oh fuck, I have the fucking name of it. Here,
I know.
DePaulo.
Yes.
Yeah. That Uno reverse worked really good for DePaulo.
Yeah, it did.
That was a fucking setting. How bad do you want to play Diablo and fucking hate yourself for doing it? DePaulo.
Okay, so we're locked in this area currently, aren't we?
Like you could probably break the door to get out of the tavern, but the elevator, which is controlled by the ship, has no power in order to be able to move it up. So currently, unless you climb the good 600-800 feet up, you're stuck. What's it?
Ervius. Will you do the honors and break this fucking door?
Thought you would never ask. Gonna break down the door.
Roll. And hopefully you put in your sword. It's
Yeah, I'll use my sword. I was gonna say.
Yeah, you're doing a normal attack roll like your sword is. Also, I want to point out, Ervius has the highest charisma of the party. Because of his sword, he has a charisma of 20.
My natural charisma. Really?
Charm the door.
Listen, I've never said this before, but if anyone could knock a door off its hinges, it's Ervius.
Not after all the hentai his brain just consumed. No.
Also, you do have kind of a backup thing for this, because I failed to mention it, but Ervius, you have wings. You have wings because of the sword.
What?
Like, he has these beautiful feathered wings that come off his back and give him a fly speed of 90.
Okay, I need to read this more.
Yes, you do.
What?
Yeah, if you look at the chat that we have, there's, as just an example,
Printed it out. So.
You were technically able to see everyone while invisible because the sword gives you 60-foot true sight. You have the ability to speak Celestial now. Speak, read, and write Celestial. You have resistance to necrotic and radiant damage. You have a charisma score of 20. Your beautiful feathered wings. You have some new personality stuff that we didn't go over, and I don't really care enough to be like, yeah, that has to happen. You're literally shedding light from the sword. Like, you are just this glowing beacon now. Not only that, but from what I rolled, you have a couple of spells, too. Not only that, but, like, you have the ability to just straight up go, there's a devil, I'm gonna charm it. Because you are the ruler of Avernus with that sword.
Oh, right, infernal recall.
Okay, he's
That's
asleep.
true. You literally have the ability to cast Word of Recall. So, you could theoretically get out of here real quick.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna do.
You're gonna do Infernal Recall?
Yes.
Okay. So, fuck, now I gotta pull up Infernal Recall, or Word of Recall.
It says, as an action, you can use the sword to cast the word of recall. Creatures transported by this spell appear in an unoccupied space within 30 feet. The current ruler of...
Yeah, it's basically a sanctuary you designate, or the current ruler of Avernus. So the important question is, what would be a sanctuary for Ervius? What would be a safe haven to him?
To be fair, it would be the bar, but he's already in it, so...
But which bar? Pervious has been to a good number of bars in his life.
That's very true.
The Rusty Musket or the Rusty Musket 2 are both out of commission currently, but what other bar would he call home?
Fuck.
This campaign can stretch away from Endless Ocean to Tiersil by this one action. You could literally name a random bar in Tiersil and it exists. It doesn't even have to be one made up. You could come up with a fun name.
Okay, I came up with one. I'm very sorry for what I'm about to say.
Not.
A slippery nipple.
You're not sorry.
No one is sorry for that. The important question is the slippery nipple in Otis time? His homeland? Or is it somewhere outside of Otis time in Tiersil, one of the other continents?
Let's say his hometown, because someone in his hometown came up with that. We'll call it the slippery nipple.
As you hold the sword in front of you, ready to attack, you start thinking, and your group is close to you. You just go, "Fuck! I really want to go to the slippery nipple." And as you say that, the sword starts to glow bright white, releasing this aura of white in a 5-foot radius, enveloping you and everyone around you. And like that, you are in a cold, cold place. A familiar winter wonderland. But it's different than what you remember. You remember an older version of this. I need you to roll me a d6. Odds is one answer, evens is another.
Oh, I guess that's a 1.
So that's just odds. It's no good or bad. It's just
That's
which
a 1.
which branch of the timeline. And the branch of the timeline you are is for us to find out next week.
Fuck!
So, guys, just a reminder, if you check just to the side here, we have our code for our sponsor, W Energy. If you guys want to get a little pick-me-up for a much cheaper price, get some W Energy. It's good shit. Comes in 4 flavors: Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, Dragonade, and Dubs Sludge. I always want to say Dub Smash, but that's an app.
And because nobody's used it, there's your fun fact.
I have to read this one because I always know part of it. Contrary to popular belief, I mean, I feel like toasters are waterproof. The circuitry's not.
Toasters are only waterproof as long as they're unplugged.
True. So, but yeah, guys, we will be back next Thursday for more Endless Ocean, or I guess Tiersil? And you'll find out which version of Tiersil we're in next week. So, with that, remember, guys, we love you, and we'll see you next week for more chaotic adventures. Bye! Hey, look at your face.